Good morning, students. Students, in our previous lecture, we discussed with you the Faraday's law of electrolysis. And in the first Faraday's law, I told you that during the process of electrolysis, the amount of substance deposited on the electrode is directly proportional to the coulomb of a charge passed. W was directly proportional to Q. And we obtained the formula W was equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb, where E was a equivalent mass of the substance deposited. Then we also discussed the Faraday's second law of electrolysis. And in the Faraday's second law of electrolysis, I told you when two or more than two electrolytic solutions are connected in series, then the amount of substance deposited on the respective electrode when the electricity is passed through them is directly proportional to their equivalent mass. And the formula we obtained was W1 upon W2 was equal to E1 upon E2. I hope you must have understood those. Now student, today we will start our discussion with the determination of, or in fact the application of the Faraday's law. The first application of the Faraday's law is the determination of the volume of a gas liberated at electrode during the process of electrolysis. So, determination of the volume of a gas liberated at electrode during the process of electrolysis. Am I clear? Now, if you remember, the formula that we obtained yesterday was W was equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. W was equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb, where W was the mass of the substance deposited, E was the equivalent mass of the substance, I was ampere of current, T is the time taken. Now, if instead of an equivalent mass, we consider the volume to be volume of a gas to be liberated at electrode, then that volume of a gas will be called as the equivalent volume of a gas. So, we can modulate this formula. Similarly, the volume of a gas, liberated at electrode, volume of a gas liberated at electrode. If you find out the volume of a gas liberated at electrode is VE. VE is the equivalent volume. Then W will be equal to I into T into equivalent volume upon 96,500 coulomb of a gas. What is this VE? Equivalent volume. So, VE over here is a equivalent volume. Now, we must know what do we mean by equivalent volume of a gas. VE is the equivalent volume of a gas. What does it mean? Suppose we have 16 gram of oxygen. Now, 16 gram of oxygen liberate what amount of, what volume of oxygen? 22.4 liter. 16 gram of oxygen liberates 22.4 liter of oxygen on electrode. 22.4 liter of oxygen on electrode. 22.4 liter of oxygen on electrode. We are trying to find out the equivalent volume. If the mass of oxygen taken is 1 gram, so it will liberate how much? It will liberate 22.4 divided by 16 gram. Now, what is the equivalent mass of oxygen? Equivalent mass of oxygen will be equivalent mass of oxygen. Student, this will be equal to atomic mass of oxygen divided by valency. So, equivalent mass of oxygen will be equal to the atomic mass divided by valency. Am I clear? What is the atomic mass of oxygen? This is 16. Valency 2. So, this will come out to be equal to 8. Now, if I take 8 gram of oxygen, because equivalent volume will be the volume liberated by the equivalent mass of a substance. 8 gram of oxygen. 8 gram of oxygen will liberate what volume? It will be equal to 22.4 divided by 16 into 8, and that will come out to be equal to 11.2 liter. So, you must know how to calculate the equivalent volume. If you know how to calculate the equivalent volume, then the numerical problem related to this can be easily solved. So, in terms of a Faraday's law, we may find out the mass of a substance deposited on the electrode or the volume of a gas liberated at the electrode. Student, this will be one kind of a numerical problem with you. This over here will be the one kind of a numerical problem based on the Faraday's law, whereas this will be the another numerical problem based on the Faraday's law of electrolysis. Am I clear? Numerical problems we'll be doing later on. Now, second application of the Faraday's law will be, it helps in calculating the thickness of a coated layer during the process of electrolysis. So, second application will be, it will be used in calculating the thickness of coated layer during the process of electroplating. Fine. So, application will be in electroplating. Second application of this will be in electroplating. What is electroplating? The process in which the substance is deposited on the metal electrode by passage of electric current. Now, what will be the thickness of a coated layer? It can easily be determined by the process of, by the use of a Faraday's law. So, in electroplating, it helps in obtaining the thickness of a coated layer. So, thickness of a coated layer can easily be obtained by this. So, in determining during the process of electroplating, it will be used in determining the thickness of the coated layer. In determining the thickness of coated layer, it helps in determining the thickness of a coated layer. Am I clear? How? Suppose we have an electrode whose area is of cross section is A and thickness is AX. Am I clear? Now, density will be equal to mass per unit volume. So, what will be the volume? A into X. What is the density? Suppose D. So, we will have A into X into D will be the mass of a substance deposited on the plated layer. Fine. Suppose we have a plate in which on which the electroplating is done. Suppose the area of cross section of this is A centimeter square, and X is the thickness of a coated layer. Am I clear? X is thickness of coated layer over here. X is the thickness of coated layer. Now, what is the mass of a substance deposited? Will be equal to, density will be equal to mass per unit volume. So, volume of a coated layer. So, what will be the volume? This will be equal to A into X. Now, we have density is equal to mass per unit volume. Am I clear or not? So, mass of a coated layer, in this case, mass of a coated layer, this will be equal to, what is volume? A into X? A into X into density of a substance. Am I clear? What is D over here? D is the density. And amount of substance deposited on the plate over here is equal to I into T into E into 96,500 coulomb. Now, W was equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. This is the mass of a substance deposited or amount of substance deposited. W is the mass of substance deposited. W over here is the mass of substance deposited. Am I clear? So what do we have? We have a relationship A into X into D will be equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. By use of this formula, we can easily find out the thickness of a coated layer. Am I clear? Thirdly, we can also determine the equivalent mass and the valency of a metal. Third application will be the determination of equivalent mass. It helps in the determination of equivalent mass and the valency. Determination of equivalent mass and valency. Equivalent mass and valency of metal. Determination of equivalent mass and valency of metal. So how we find out the equivalent mass and the valency of metal? What formula do we have? We have W will be equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. From here, we can find out the equivalent mass. Am I clear or not? Now, equivalent mass will be equal to atomic mass upon valency. We also know equivalent mass. This will be equal to atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass upon valency of the substance. So, if atomic mass of a substance is known, equivalent mass of the substance is known, we can also determine the valency of an element. So, third application of this will be, it helps in the determination of the equivalent mass as well as the valency of an element. Am I clear? There can be one more application which may come to you as a numerical problem, and that is the determination of current efficiency. Fourth application will be, it helps in determination of current efficiency. Determination of current efficiency. Although this numerical problem is never asked in the board examination, but you must know the formula. So, percentage current efficiency will be equal to actual deposited mass at the electrode upon calculated using the Faraday's law into 100. So, actual current efficiency, if you go for this, the percentage current efficiency. Percentage current efficiency. This will be equal to actual deposition at electrode. Actual deposited mass at electrode. This is actual deposited mass at electrode divided by the mass calculated using Faraday's law into 100 divided by the mass calculated using Faraday's law. Using Faraday's law into 100. Into 100. So, this will be the another formula. Am I clear? So, this is how the various numerical problem based on the Faraday's law can be solved. Fine. Am I getting clear, student? So, what are the various things or various problems that can be solved on the basis of this? It helps in the determination of a volume of a gas liberated at electrode during the electrolysis. The formula will be W will be equal to I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. E over here will be the equivalent mass. Similarly, the equivalent volume can be calculated by the formula W is equal to I into T into WE upon VE upon 96,500 coulomb. How do we find out the equivalent volume? Mass of atomic mass of oxygen is 16. It liberates what amount of oxygen? 22.4 liter. 1 will liberate what? 22.4 upon 16. 8 gram of this will liberate what? 11.2 liters. Am I clear? This is how it can be substituted over here and the equivalent mass can be obtained. Secondly, It helps in calculating the thickness of a coated layer on the electroplated material. What is electroplating? A process of plating a substance on the electrode using a process of electrolysis. Suppose this electrode is to be electroplated whose area is A centimeter square, thickness is x centimeter. So, volume will be A into x in centimeter cube, of course. Am I clear or not? So, this will be A centimeter square into x centimeter. So, this will be Ax centimeter cube. Now, suppose the density is D. So, mass of the substance deposited will be D into V. So, using this formula, it will be A into x into D into I into T into E upon 96,500 coulomb. It also helps in determination of equivalent mass, the formula we know, and determination of a valency of a substance. It also helps in determining the percentage current efficiency, which will be the actual deposited mass at the electrode upon mass calculated using Faraday's law into 100. This is how we may apply the Faraday's law of electrolysis in various calculations of a numerical problem. Hopefully, you must have understood, student. With this, I am summing up the lecture. We will meet again in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.